Hello, Hub City Geeks. Here's the SpartanNerd from vacation. I'm actually doing this video over a few different locations, times. Things have been a little bit crazy. So here is my newest thing, the Mythic Legion's Undead Builder Pack. Now the Undead Builder Pack comes in this Mythic Legion's package. It's just like all the others. You can see the figure very well. One thing I really do like is this is a large version of what the usual sort of generic Dungeons and Dragons background going on. And this is some Nate Barch artwork. Really like Nate Barch's work. I can't say anything about it. I do have an issue where the main character, as presented here, Necronimus, looks kind of goofy. Now, that's not Nate's fault. It's the design. But you know, I saw this character in person, and when I bought the Undead Builder Pack, and I almost bought it myself. I mean, that headdress is really intricate and incredible. I mean, I was almost sold when I actually saw it. I just can't. This picture doesn't do it justice to all the details. The little cross cell on the side also shows it's Terpiculus. I thought about getting that. I really wanted to get the blue girl up there, Belluluth. But they didn't have her. The Toy Federation in Greer, South Carolina. So I came with Undead Builder Pack. Let's see what's inside the box. So we have a 2-layer blister bubble here. And in order to get all the accessories in, I'm going to go around from the left to right. First of all, we have the mace. Then we have a smoke effect, which I'm going to refer to as ectoplasm effect. We have 2 zombie heads, one with a decayed open mouth. We have an upper shoulder and a thigh. Across the bottom, we have some joint pieces and 2 opaque zombie feet. In the middle is the figure decked out in translucent parts. We have another translucent head, another ectoplasm effect, the other arm, the other thigh, some connector pieces, and a weapon that resembles some. This is the halberd, but with a short handle. The bottom blister shows us another curved sword, which may, from my Magic the Gathering knowledge, this may be a Kophesh. Kophesh. We have 2 shoulder pads, a belt, assorted hands that are zombie opaque or ghostly translucent. We have on the end at the bottom a collar piece. Then we have handcuffs, 2 little smoky things, and then we have back adapters that you can use to add wings and stuff from other sets. Overall, it is a set of accessories. This little bio on the side is overly wordy, but it's kind of common. Like, try reading some Warhammer literature. Look, I have a master's degree. I sit there and read that, and I'm like, why is this so verbose? That's kind of the feeling I had from this. Essentially, it just says the dead on Mythos don't rest because they're brought back to life by the Necronimus. So that's the story here. And let's look at that background with no blister on it. Now that the blister is all off, the box is disassembled, we can really see this image. I mean, this is the same image in the back of so many of the characters, but we get to see more of the picture. It looks a lot like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of image. But here we can see not just the fire and the dragon, we can see that that's a full-on, like, maybe demonic character over on the right. Okay. That's the left side of the paper, I guess. And then the dragon, of course, but another dragon appearing in the flame. some rocks, and another little creepy guy with horns in the bottom corner, and a ghostly skeleton. I mean, there may be more here. Great image. Here I am with the Undead Builder Pack out of the box. Let me double check the title on that. Undead Builder Pack, yes. Mythic Legion's Undead Builder Pack. And just so you know, Sasset Smurf did not come with Undead Builder Pack. Be sure you check out my another piece of the vintage puzzle. I'm going to start a new column about that, where I'm talking about these cups. I have 4 of them, and Sasset Smurf. Anyways, and I'm drinking the coldest drink on Earth because it is the hottest day on Earth. How about that? Mango Loco. You know, Mango Loco has these skeletons all over it. I've been collecting skeletons, but thing is, skeletons, they always smile at you. That sounds like a dad joke of some kind, right? But it's true. I have an army of skeletons, and they're all smiling. So, they must be happy about their situation, right? In all seriousness, if you just go a couple steps away from skeleton, then you're a zombie. Now you can have an expression. And this fellow that I have set up here has an expression, like a half-rotten jaw falling off. Let you guys see that beauty. So I like how the Undead Builder Pack has translucent parts and opaque parts. Ooh, use the Photoshop word. But, yeah. Like, I did a picture of the warrior beast in the graveyard with a Photoshop, and I, like, changed the filter so that he was more translucent, gave him more of a ghostly look. But the 4 horsemen have given us that already. And here's another delightful thing. People worry about translucent plastic cracking and stuff. Master Universe Green Goddess from the Classics line had a notorious problem with that. But this stuff is kind of gummy. So the horsemen have solved the problem. They've given us a figure that's completely modular, that completely goes with other figures. And by making it softer plastic, it is that much easier to do. So why do I have this jolly fellow out? I mean, I spent some time playing with this, and you know, you can see I have a regular hand and a ghostly hand. Part of my story is to interact with the real world, he has to really concentrate to become fleshly. So yeah, that's a pretty good story. I like it has these energy effects. They really look like smoke. You can put them on him any way you like. Also, this chain handcuffs. Just be careful. I mean, it's designed so you don't have to take the hand off and put them on, but you are stressing that for a second as you snap it around the wrist. So you can put this like under their head so that they're so now he has like spiritual stuff coming out of his head. Ectoplasm, right? Yeah, ectoplasm. SpartanNerd is showing the nerd vocabulary today. Now, something I really like is you can take some of your figures that are kind of bland, and now you can do something exciting with them. Nothing like drinking Mango Loco from a vintage Smurf glass. So my case in point here, I have Skeleton Builder 2, Legion Builder 2. He gets on my nerves. He's this weird tan color that no other skeleton seems to have. And that head sculpt is always smiling at you. Looks like the logo of a restaurant or motorcycle gang. And I'm always giving him weapons. So this is these are 2 weapons from Conan Super 7 Ultimates Conan Barbarian. So what can I do to change him? You know, well, is that an improvement or what? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, there were 4 heads. Here we go. This is the one I like on him. Here we go. Yeah. Now that looks like the kind of booger you don't want to mess with right there. He's even got his knife with blood on it. Yeah. Just that simple change completely changed the character. Now maybe he's a partially decayed zombie wearing khaki pants. Because that weird bone color. Okay, alright. Who else? I don't remember what I rated Skeleton Legion Builder 2, but I do know what I rated Beast Warrior Beast Headhunter. He got 4 out of 5, okay? He represents the Remco figure from the 80s very well, okay? All right. So he gets 4 out of 5. Look, everything's falling down. This is extra hands, extra feet I don't have out, so. All right, fine. 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 Fine, SpartanNerd, fine. Now, my complaint is, as a Mythic Legions, he's kind of boring. What we have is reused parts with a 2-tone paint scheme of black and white. In a Karate Kid kind of Halloween costume. But, I mean, it looks like the vintage toy. It is a modern edition of an old generic toy. All right? So, there we go. To improve it, I've already added the magic effect. So, you can also see I put the translucent hand on there. Now, this is where this can really, really change things up. Take off the white head that's always smiling at you. Right? All right. Then we're going to take the smoky effect right here. Put it on all spooky-like. And then we're going to take this half skull with no mandible. And by the way, there you can attach like Skeleton Legion Builder 2's mandible to this. It has the spots. Now, Hub City Geeks, if you ask me, this is a huge improvement. What is this? This little thing, I didn't know what it was at first. I thought maybe it's something to go in their hands to make them seem more spiritual around their fingers. And I guess you can do that, but these little plugs on there are meant to plug into the eye sockets of this specific figure. So it's like he has this spiritual ectoplasm pouring out of his eyeballs. Yeah. Now, whoever thought we would have ectoplasm in a toy? Oh, wait, that's been done, right? That's been done. That's like Ghostbusters all day, right? So now we have the magic effect and the ectoplasm. Now this guy now is somebody you don't want to mess with. He might have looked kind of goofy and smiley before. Now he has 4 arms. Yeah, you can take the extra arms and do that. But it didn't come with extra wrist pieces. So because when I was at Somerville, I lost my debit card. Someone had to pay for their crimes of not watching my funds like they were supposed to. So anyways, you'll have to use the hair dryer on the older figures, sometimes take them apart. I learned this the hard way a couple times, actually. So use the hair dryer, soften the plastic. It usually pops right off. I was worried about taking the feet off the skeleton guy, but it came right off. Let's do another one, huh? Now we have Waltor the Mad. And we all know why he died. Like, he became a skeleton. His air hose came loose. Anyways, it never occurred to me to remove his thigh pieces. But since we got thigh pieces in the Undead Builder Pack, I did. And if there's a complaint, it's that it didn't come with wrist pieces and leg armor, like shins. But, I mean, let's talk about the skull. For instance, this leg is different than this leg. The Horsemen did not have to do that. They could have gave us 2 symmetrical legs. Instead, the thighs, this one has, like, extra decayed marks on there. You know. That's why this is a terrific product. It adds a lot to the whole collection of whatever it is you're doing. And I'm about to show you some figures that are not Mythic Legions using this stuff. New Eternia, Masterverse New Eternia Evelyn holding a creepy spectral skull while she waves her wand with magic effects around it. The Super 7 Ultimates Thulsa Doom. What did I use? That little thing that goes in the eyeball of the skull looks just like a little snake. It's perfect for Thulsa Doom. I mean, he didn't come with stuff like that. So you improved Thulsa Doom with something really tiny, but it really adds something nice. Here is the Masterverse New Eternia Scalecon. He's not really a hit. I never have thought. I mean, like, who is it? Blah, blah, blah. This better not took the place of a proper Stratos or Whiplash. But add those magic effects, those ectoplasm effects, and swap his weapon from that bone axe to the weapon that came with the Mythic Legion's Undead Builder Pack. Now you have somebody that's kind of scary. I mean, some people think that big alligator nose is scary, but I do not. I mean, I guess he has horn helmet, devil horns, I guess. I don't know. But the ectoplasm effects add something nice. And then, you know, this set came with 3 weapons. That is adding to any action figure in this scale. So, And in honor of Mattel giving us only Origins in their Grayskull, Club Grayskull thing, it's like the wasted $10 for the SpartanNerd. Anyways, I'm going to take the Master Universe Classics Despair swap the head with this undead guy. That looks pretty good. The head might be slightly big, but it's hard to tell because you have this jaw hanging off. And this gives you a female take on it. I mean, really, I mean. So what do I rate this builder pack? It's kind of similar to the Knights builder pack, but you had to buy the figures to get those. I have that upcoming. Wait till maybe August, about close to football season. But this reminds me of that, except for you got it all at one time. I do have on order a Blue Knight. This kind of like a builder set, but this is making me feel optimistic. I mean, I've had these figures. Well, I guess I had ScaleCon for less than a year. I've had Legion Builder 2, which has become one of my least favorite figures. Now he's great. This makes Warrior Beast Headhunter fit in better with Mythic Legions. So it adds that, and it's adding a lot. The sculpt, I mean, it looks, I like what they did here. And like I said, the details, like on the thigh, on Waltor the Mad that I have put on there. Showing off the thighs. Oh, yeah. Anyway, the Four Horsemen have put a lot of detail into... they're just masterful toy sculptors. I mean, I don't have room for that big dragon. But I looked at you know, the previews and all that kind of stuff, and how the scales could be different, symmetrical, and they made them purposely not. This is similar. So, like, you know, let's say instead of articulation, let's just say it's because there is gummy plastic. The gummy plastic totally changes the, you know, it makes it more modular. Now, the regular plastic, the opaque plastic, it is the same as other Mythic Legions. It's not more gummy. But the translucent spectral stuff is. So there's no stupid problems here. The stupid problem is you got to use your hairdryer on older figures. But that has nothing to do with this set, does it? Now, these shoulder pads are hard to get on. That's just the way they are. The Mythic Legions shoulder pads are hard to get on. But I was able to do it without the hairdryer yesterday, actually. Before I went to bed, when I was getting tired. So, you know. So, the sculpt and the paint, the articulation, that's all great. What does it add to this collection? It adds so much. I mean, you could use those ectoplasm effects and the weapons over and over. The body parts just laying around, that's fun. I mean, you know, you're doing some kind of gruesome scene, right? And the accessories, it is accessories. So, I mean, this gets a 5 out of 5 easy. And it's not just me being lenient on Mythic Legions. Was it pricey? Yes, it was $80. But I had the Apple money. So, I didn't spend any money at Somerville hardly. So, you know, it's like I had the money saved up. But, and I wanted to get Bealeth, B-E-A-L-U Life. I went to the Toy Federation. They didn't have it. They had the Torpiculi, which I will get one day. Like a skeleton beast creature thing that is also very modular. You take apart and do all kind of different stuff with. Very modular-ish. They also had a big knight I've never seen before. Like the same size as the Cosmic Legion Scourge or the Baltor, the Tower Ogre. That scale. They had a big knight with a big hammer, and he had a skull head that was alternate with fangs. I'd never seen that before. It was awesome. So I really came close to coming out with that. But I'm glad I got this, because this adds a lot to what I already have. And, you know, I think you should pick it up. So, do you agree or disagree? Please comment, like, subscribe. Check out my blog for the written version of this, SpartanNerd.com. And thank you for your time.